folks. Nate McCrash here, doing the course walk. This is the big course. Second part of the day, we're actually going to take up the entire area for one big course this time instead of a couple different sections. So we're walking the course, looking for a good angle. I'm actually not going to walk the entire course because my heel is bothering me. Too much cold foot. We'll get set up here. Just wanted to show what this is all about. When everybody walks through the course, they get a really good chance to analyze all the corners and approaches. So by the time they get out here in a car, even their first run can be pretty efficient. As you can see right out there, they go in a loop here. So this is the part that you really got to understand. As it comes around, goes through the gate, comes out here, and then turns, goes back around, and then goes straight out through a chicane down to the other end. So I think the best spot for today, or for this course, is actually going to be out on the far corner. Because then you guys can see the big loop, crossover, and then the send high-speed chicane. So you see that turn right here, go through the gate, swing around to the right, then the left, then through the gates, and then take a left, and then you loop over here. And this is where these folks are walking back through. The best spot is going to be out here off the corner. So we're at the Portland International Raceway, home of the Pro Driving Racing School. Many cool events happen here all year long. Look up Portland International Raceway. It's supported by the Friends of PIR. I'm going to get you guys a nice vantage point of everything going on this next section. Not sure if we can even get back far enough to get all the action. It's a big course. Let's see if we go this way. A little bit more in that corner. Yeah, we'll move it around a few times. For now, since we're not getting ready yet, well, since we're not starting the cars yet, I'm just going to move the camera to a safe place where no passerby is going to be able to snag the phone. Pretty unlikely that would happen anyway, but gotta protect what we got. After it loops around, you can see that's where the loop goes. Come back through the center gates. Then you start the chicane. Or slalom, not chicane, slalom. You can see the people walking through the slalom right now. If the cone points toward the right, then you go down the right side of the cones. If the cone points toward the left, then you go down the left side of the cones. So you can see it right here, right? Watch these people as they walk around the chicanes there. Correction, slalom.
The guy in the orange vest was doing, he's stepping it off.
If they say something's wrong with it, and I have to come back in, because that car there, I mean, literally barely 50 cars.
You go through the swamp, down in the corner, in through the gates, through those gates, cut the corner, the arrows say turn here, go through the gates and stopping zone. Nobody's walking through the final laser, so it's just counting forever. That's pretty funny. Oh yeah. We're live streaming too, so the footage comes later when we chop it up.
We're live streaming?
Yeah.
Well, why am I not looking at it on the phone? Then I don't want to be out here in the fucking cold.
Yeah, see, there you go. Another advocate for live streaming. Let's put this thing right about here. You guys can watch the walk. I'll be right back. Brought some kites. What's up, man? Chilling. Really chilling. Grant said we could drive his Mustang later too. I'm looking forward to that. Keep that body heat. Alright, welcome back folks, this is Nate. We're doing the thing. We're doing some more autocrossing. Folks are just walking the course right now. Get a feel for the corners and see how they want to approach things. The instructors are walking with the students, telling them how the gates work, showing them how the course works. We change the course at every event too, so it's always a new challenge for even the most seasoned autocrossers. You might even look at this and think maybe this is just for beginners, but we've got folks that have been racing for 30 years out here. Autocross is really for everybody. You can do entry level, you can do stock cars, you can do hill climb cars, you can do full-fledged race cars. We're even supposed to have a guy in a cart out here tomorrow with a T, cart. So that will be interesting to see. We got a classic Caterham out here. We've got a bunch of Mazda Miatas, some S2000s, some Subarus, some Focuses. There's even a guy in a S10 that he built into just like a super truck. Got a S10 with a turbo. It's like a... Oh, Jacob today will be out here until... Let me look at my schedule, just a second. Instructor playtime starts at 3:45, so why don't you come out at 3:45 and we can mess about. And we'll be done by 4:50. So Jacob, if you come out here, you bring your car, I think we could get you in here for just a couple of fun runs if you're into it. And then tomorrow it'll be about the same schedule. We start at 6:15. We start driving at 9. We take a lunch at 11:40. We get back to it at 1 o'clock. And we're done by about 2:30. Or no, 3 o'clock. We're done by about 3. Yeah, it's about an hour and a half per group. So everybody gets a chance to do 8 or 10 runs. And at 3:45, we're going to be doing instructor playtime and take a ride along. And then some of us, you know, swap cars and all that good stuff. Yeah, Jim, drive fast. See, this is why we need those flying cars, man. You could be here in like 25 minutes. Here we go. We actually have a braking point today. This is the actual stopping area. That's why the cones are really big. And you can see the laser set up. You see the counter that's out there? All right, see the counter? And then right below that, you see the laser equipment. This is the stuff that we have where you cross the line and nobody has to push the button. You know, it just uploads straight to our website. I'll give you guys a link to the website here in just a little bit so you can watch the times as they come in. This is not for points, but this gives everybody an idea how everything works. So next month when we have our first event, a lot of these folks will be at least get their training out of the way. Hey, 72 seconds for a course walk, not bad. People walk through the lasers at the beginning, it triggered it. It was just ringing forever. Take you over to the cars here, since we've got a little time to kill while everybody finishes their course walk. Go over here to the cars. This is a really nice Outback setup. I like this. The wilderness package. Very, very nice. Okay. You guys recognize that car right there? See that car? All right, Jim and anybody else who didn't catch us before, if you've just got your ears on right now, you might want to check this out. Put this on the big screen. I'm going to walk through the cars again for you. Getting a little bit of wetness out here this time too, but look what we have here. A very, very special car we don't get to see too often. A Caterham Super 7. Pretty sweet, huh? This is my favorite car today. It's got the little 13-inch wheels. So here, there's my size 10 boot right next to it, right? Little 13-inch wheels. Spare on the back. See, the tire size is 185/55 R13. Big side exhaust on it. You can actually feel the heat coming off that thing when you're standing next to it. Big old air dam on the front. Oh, that's a fun little car, yeah. This guy over here just got this Cooper S, so he's having a blast in that. Nice little Cooper S. Got a MR2, Celica. This is a nice little race-ready M2, I think. M2. There's a couple of nice ones out here, but check this one out. You guys are going to enjoy this. This is an S10, and it was actually a salvage. It was a wrecker save. See, it says Junkyard Survivor, right? This guy just built this out of parts and pieces. And this is exactly my favorite kind of build here. Just take all the parts and pieces that you can find and make a little fun rig. BOV, big old turbos. Look at that thing. Yeah, right, just like your Jeep. Big intercooler in the front. He's got the classic Hurst setup. Just want to point that out. Put in his own tack. Boost pressure on the dash. It's got some decent wheels on it too. Alright, and then we've got one of these very, very subdued yet badass little Miata, painted flat black. It started out life red. Now it's flat black. We've got the M3. There's a 240 SX in very nice shape. He told me earlier that he restored these wheels. If you look back on the previous broadcasts here, there's more information on all this stuff as we walked around and talked to the owners earlier in the day. And you don't see this very often. We've got a Mercury Capri. Fox body Mercury. Pretty sweet. And a new Type R Integra. Civic Type R. Golf. Miata. S2000. Fiesta ST. Ford Focus. You know that guy. Another Miata. Subaru. And over here, we got a Audi S4, second generation Miata, Focus SE, 5.0 Mustang, and here's one of my favorites today too. Look at this guy, 318. Love this car. Makes me want to go home, drive H3 rear wheel drive on dirt rally. One of my favorite rides. We got a Subaru BRZ coupe. Another S2000. Another BRZ. We got a 350Z. M5. Toyota Prius, not running. Not running in the course. Nice Porsche. Nice little Porsche. 911C. Or T. It's a T Target. 2.4 liter 911T. Yeah, Civic does look fast. It actually is pretty fast too. It's not just for looks. Strange that. This one here, I've gotta point this one out. Our friend Ian, this S2000 here, Ian, has actually raced this in the hill climb with us last year. So we've seen this car on the channel before. This guy's got his own YouTube channel too. I'll link it later on the Discord. Pretty cool stuff. Another Miata. Yet another Miata. Miata's like the #1 car in this race group. These folks are actually learning how to do autocross in this little Nissan too. Just like I told you guys, drive whatever you got, right? The truck's not. This Porsche is. George we've ridden with before. He's one of the instructors in the group. Got a little Volkswagen, another little Miata. And over here, Jim. Pay close attention, Jim. It's a Honda. It's a Honda. Honda NSX. How about that? How about that? Nice, huh? And the guys that are driving it, they are having a blast out here. We got a little water on the course now too, so now they're gonna have even more fun. There's that Crossfire that just won't die. The guy takes real good care of it. It keeps running. There's the Crossfire. 3rd generation Mazda. All right, and then we got the lasers. There's our buddy David. Wave hi, David. Safety chief. And some of the staff cars are over here. Grant tells me later on he's going to let me drive his Mustang. We've seen under the hood on this Mustang before on a previous day. There's Joy Lynn's very badass neon. And there's Liger. That Mustang right there, we're going to take it for a drive later today. So, as long as everything goes as planned, we're going to have a little bit of fun at the end of the day. Now, let's go join everybody for the drivers' meeting before the second time. And you guys know our moderator, Biavo, right? It's Biavo! What's up? Yeah, let's see, Jim and Jacob are in the chat right now.
Convertible MX-5.
Yeah, right. Time to cover it up.
I tried to find him.
Yeah, he probably doesn't mind. Yeah, we got Jim and Imperator Jacob are in the chat right now, and probably some others.
Nice.
Let's just go sit in on the meeting for a minute so they can get the full immersion.
All right. I thought I was going to have to drive to St. John's. I had a customer yelling at one of my guys.
Oh, bummer.
That's good practice. You just can't make any adjustments while you're there. So, well, it was bad driving. Now it's
Nice day for a race, yeah. This is Portland
That's
style right
good,
here.
though, because it's good practice. Kind of. Anyway, I'm going to hurry through. You already know the red flag means stop. We are dividing up the work. I had it backwards. I thought student A was driving first. I was wrong. Apparently, student B drives first. So student A will be coming in here and getting a work assignment. And so basically spread out about. Know that we have a loop right here. So you're driving, you'll go around it once and then you'll head out. If you're working over here, watch for the car coming back around. So if something happens right here, and they go past, and you run out there to set it up, and they come back around, you want to be out of there before they're back.
You've been down, don't run.
Exactly. So be careful on that. If you're working over here, and someone else is running to pick up a cone, you watch for them too. Because they maybe don't see a car coming, and you maybe are standing there and you see it, yell at them, tell them. We will have radios, some out there. There's no reason to call in any cone penalty because there's no computer saving time. We have a scoreboard, you climb on it there, everything's set up. We're not saving it, we're not going to post results or anything because there's no car number.
Yeah, that's actually his job, Jacob.
Well, of course, it's all screwed up. You can't call it and start.
They have radios. We can't. Oh yeah. Right. If something happens and the course gets messed up and you're setting things up and you need to tell them to hold start, have someone with a radio call in and let them know to hold start. If it's just like a couple cones down and you have to wait for the car to go past and then run out there, don't tell them to hold start. If it's the same thing, you really have to set up a lot of stuff because like I was driving or something, then tell them to hold start. So, trying to rush so I'm forgetting everything. Student B is driving first, means A needs to move their cars to over here in this area where this truck is. You see the pole with the yellow and black stripes over there? Don't park on this side of that. Make sure you're on that side of this, like that pole. So like, keep it in the square right here because the course is right there. So, makes sense. Just follow people. So student A is move your car. Get your work assignment here. Student B can line up in the drag area over there. And what am I forgetting?
Same thing as before. Make sure you space out your cars for the instructors so you have to run. Before, so one student's working, one student's driving. Oh, I got it. So you don't have to go back and forth. Instructors, if you don't mind moving your cars to here. I prefer not here really, but if it gets full here, we can put a few here too, but kind of keep them in this corner because the course is there too. So, with that, be safe. If you see anything not safe, let us know. Go.
That's how you stop a meeting.
Yeah, go.
And go.
Break.
I'm going to have Sean go to these ones. Sean, you're going to keep track of the workers on 6 and 3, explain to them what to do. And everybody needs to grab chalk.
6 and 3 here.
Yeah, and the building.
Sure.
And then, Dakota, you'll get 2 and 4. Don't forget to grab chalk. So you're if you want to grab some, and I'll tell other people to grab some. It still should. Okay, who else was volunteering that had a radio? You were volunteering shagging cones earlier? And your name? Dave? I'm going to put you, you shag cone, you shag cone. So I'm going to put you with group number 1, which is going to be over there. Okay?
Maybe?
All right,
I've got
so,
dinner planned.
for drivers, students, lettering A.
Especially down the straightaway, pull up the beavers and stuff. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. This is where the Group A is going to park right now while Group B runs. So the gridding is going to happen right there, which is why we got to move the cars. Well, first we'll get everyone out, and then you can pull in here, or you can go all the way down to the end and open the gate. But I suggest just pulling in right here.
So drive through here and around the end.
Yeah, once Group A gets out of the way, we're just going to go in there and turn around. So there's another gate open there. You can go around.
I just think
Are you over here?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, just wait for them to move, and then it'll be real
Would it make
easy.
more sense to grid right here? Rather than drive around on the
Hey.
drag strip start? Because the finish line's right over there.
The starting line is at the end of the
Starting
parking
line, I know where the
spot.
start line's
Right.
at.
So we're gridding over there on
Okay.
the drag strip. You're right, it might make more sense, but we don't change stuff after we're already going and everybody else understands it, right? So we'll just leave it be for now.
We grading out here?
No, we're gridding in
Apparently
here.
we're gridding in the drag strip. So we're gonna drive around.
That's why Group A needs to move out of the way and get
Yeah.
over there. Be changing the rules at the last minute, folks.
Just to be clear, it's A and B, not 1 and 2, right? So,
Yes. So we are group 1, you are group.
Okay, time to move the focus. Going into the focus. Get you guys up on the dash cam here. But yeah, actually, Jacob, if you look at Ryan Davis's YouTube site, you'll see down below all of his driving videos, some of the first things he put on YouTube were some ASL gigs, because he just needed to make a demonstration to some new customers. But yeah, he's really good at it. He's been doing it for a really long time. He gets asked to do it all over the world. Like, it is a busy, busy job, because there's not a lot of people that are doing it at his level. It's good stuff though, and it's really nice though, because when, you know, people watch this video, maybe if they don't have, you know, if they've got hearing impairment or something like that, they'll be able to understand what his instructions were the whole time. And we've got a guy here who's hearing impaired, and he's just standing there right in front, so he's able to get all the instructions. Pretty cool. A very inclusive group. That's why these guys are very rally family, which is why I work with them. I might have to get out and direct some traffic here. I got a bunch of people just sitting here. You're gridded up a little soon over here. Obviously, they're excited. I'm just gonna park down here on the far end. This is just temporary parking. Yeah, the guy at the front's just a little bit new. It's okay. Nobody was telling him where to go. They're like, we're ready. I'm like, yeah, we're still moving cars. Ryan just said we need Group A to move over here. And then Group B can grid up. And Group B's like, oh, grid up. Let's grid up. It's time to grid up, guys. Let's go. All right, welcome to the interior of the WRF Focus. There you go. There's your tour. Coffee. We'll get back out there in the rain in just a minute. Once all the hens are in the hen house. Right now they need some traffic direction. I think I might have to go do that myself. What's up, Freitas? Coffee break. Better save some of this for later. Man, I spent $20 on lunch, and I probably haven't spent money at a restaurant for lunch in a really long time, and especially $20. I was like, what the hell? Why the hell did I do that? Like, immediately after buying it, I was like, why? It was like it was a bowl of food for $20. And I'm just, oh man, what a waste. What a waste. I could have bought 5 pizzas with that. You know, the ones that I make at home. All right, getting out of the car. What's up, Brador? Oh, you had a blue Mustang and you rolled it? Yeah, we're good here, Freitas. We're good. We're having some fun doing the autocross thing, getting people trained up. This is driver training day, so it's a bunch of new people, and that's great. We like new people, but it is funny how their instructors are kind of like, yeah, we're drivers, we're instructors. They're not really instructing them on anything else other than driving. So this is why they need administrators like me and some of the other guys. So this is why I'm going to go right back over to the grid and move these turkeys along. There's Biavo.
Again.
New people show up, so I just got to introduce you, you know.
That's all good. I'm always lurking. I tell you that.
Oh, Joy Lynn's taking over. Good.
Always somewhere,
Look,
guys.
so the person in charge of marketing and treasury is out here directing cars.
Well, she was smart. She put a helmet on.
Yeah, definitely.
You're driving?
Yeah, this round's time. This run.
Everybody out. Get them out of here. Head them up, move them out. Rawhide.
First time I heard that movie, or heard that song was in Bible. Classic.
Oh, man. An American Tale.
Yes, sir.
Which is actually a pretty decent American Tale.
I still love the movie.
The immigrant experience, man. And we all have one.
He does a good job.
Motorcycle in the rain? Nope. Yeah, nope. That guy's, he's not
So much.
He's not doing autocross on the motorcycle. He's just rode down here on the motorcycle. But hey, that's Portland, bro. If you like a motorcycle and you live in Portland, that means you like riding a motorcycle in the rain.
We mow our lawns in the rain.
Yeah, we
Hell,
mow our
we
lawns in the
barbecue
rain. Hey man, if you wait for the rain to stop, you don't get shit done
do
around here.
anything.
Yeah. That's how it is.
You really gotta like the indoors if you don't.
Yeah. Well, you know, and he's probably got some good tires on that thing,
Oh, I'm sure
too.
he does.
I mean, you don't ride around on slicks and anything but dry days.
He's got some pretty aggressive tread on this.
Yeah, you can see it. It's like a cafe racer style, which ain't that bad in the rain because it's not super overpowered. You know, it's not like he's trying to ride at 1400 on slicks.
It'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Get you wherever you need to go.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of people that like that's just a sport bike weekend thing. I doubt you, that's probably not even
Probably has
driving
to
to work.
ride it, yeah.
You know, he just takes it out because it's autocross day.
It looks
man.
like a fun little bike.
Yeah, it does look like a fun little
Horsepower to
bike.
have fun.
Yeah. I always enjoyed the YZ 125s. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
When those came out, my buddy's family bought like 6 of them. And so us kids would just ride the little YZ 125s.
I
And
got so much hate for a long time because they were underpowered.
yeah. Well, when you got kids on the back of the bike, you start thinking about maybe overpower is not that important. You go, just let's
fast isn't the only
let's just
practical
have
use for a
fun.
motorcycle,
Yeah.
guys.
See, my dad's buddies and his friends and stuff, they were the kind of guys that would just tool around the forest all day. You know, it was like a bicycle with an engine on it, you know? We didn't care. It wasn't about going fast. It was about riding the trails and checking out the sights, you know?
Yeah, the dual sports.
Dual sports.
The street dirt
Yeah,
bikes.
in fact, my uncle used to ride in an enduro group, and they'd run the Cascade Range all the way to Cali and back during the summer. They'd take a month just camping down the range.
It's so awesome.
Like that is
sounds
some
like
fun,
a
man.
damn good
That's what
time.
I would do. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Brador says I have a KTM 300 XC 2016. Right on. Thanks for the lurk, Jacob. All right, now we can watch the procession of cars.
And then
And then he poo-lurked.
And then he poo-lurked.
That's an
which
unlurk.
undoes the regular lurk.
Yeah, you just unlurked, bro. No, I don't actually have
There's
a
no
real
lurk function. It's just
it's just that command. Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for the lurk,
I don't think anybody actually uses the real lurk function.
Jim. I agree. 600cc is all anyone really needs. You can keep up with larger bikes until the long straights. Yep. I don't ride on the street. I think you're all crazy for riding on the street.
Well, let's be honest.
I'm
though.
like, I don't like the tarmac,
most
and I don't
motorcycle
trust the traffic.
Most motorcycle courses don't have a lot of long
Yep.
straights for you to catch on.
Yep. The trick is getting the bike to go left and then right and then left again, like
One of my
the
buddies at work
corkscrew,
actually
like doing a
does
Seiko.
motorcycle racing. So
Oh, yeah,
he goes
right?
to events and all that stuff. So
That's like a friend of mine bought me, you know Jason and Demons.
oh yeah,
He dropped me a code online for that game, Isle of Man TT2.
yes.
And when you put that game on like ultra realistic mode with no help, you've got to use the front and the gas, the front brake and the rear brake, and the gas, and leaning your body. So it's really, you feel like you got to lean and not over brake on your nose.
That's
you can roll the car. Yeah, it's
intense.
pretty good, man. Like, you know, you're playing on a controller, so
Right.
but if you understand the physics of riding a bike, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
you know?
lean with the bike.
Like I
or
always
lean against the
hated
bike,
motorcycle
technically.
video games because they're just lean over it at turns, you know. But this one is like, if you brake too hard in the front, endo. You brake too hard in the back, slide out. You got to get the balance, you know. 60% rear,
Right.
40% front, and you can't stop too fast, and you can't throttle too fast. You'll just flip the bike out from underneath you.
That's kinda cool.
You know,
That
it's
takes
pretty
the,
cool, man.
That takes the balance game to a whole new level. I've played a lot of games where you have to try and stay balanced, but never something while you're trying to control a fucking vehicle at the same time.
Yeah, totally. I don't know where I want to station this time. I want to catch a lot of this
Yeah, 'cause
course.
it's-
I'm thinking actually that corner out there would give me this biggest run here.
I think so. That's gonna be your biggest stretch.
Yeah. Which means I got to get out there quick.
She's gonna start yelling at people soon.
Yep.
I'll be right back over.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the biggest view for you guys right here. Get some close action, couple of crossovers right here, straight shot down the middle. The only thing you won't be able to see from here is the braking point at the end. But I think this is going to be pretty good. I'm also don't want to freak anybody out by being standing out on a corner, and I think this is probably a pretty good spot because I'm not on a corner. There's a straight section coming from right there and comes straight through here and then turns and goes that way and goes looping around. Well, I guess actually that makes me on the outside of that corner. I got it. Let's go this way. We're gonna go all the way to the corner of the parking lot where I was when I first started. All the way out here. How's it going? Good. Okay. This will be pretty good. Here comes a Caterham. Just in time. Yep. Get that in there. Okay. We'll move around a couple of times, but I think this is a pretty good view. We can go down to that far corner too in a little while and watch them come flying back down across. See, they go across and then they go down around that corner and then they go to the exit over there. So this allows me to walk behind the barrier. I think it might be pretty good here. It's just trying to get the most in the view as we possibly can. I need an even wider angle lens for this course. This is a big course today. Yep. There we go. This thing leveled out. Okay, I'm gonna mute the screen, so I'm not gonna be able to talk to you guys, saving batteries and also preventing the water spots from triggering buttons here. Check my angle once more. There we go. All right, and we're underway. Driver training course number 1. I was just checking on the camera and I read Jim's message. Cars are going to be a bit drifty today. I actually prefer when it's wet out here because then you separate the cold weather drivers from the warm weather drivers. And you might find it surprising how many of these Oregonians know how to control their car in the rain, actually. It's pretty impressive. You know, hot, grippy days are one thing, but getting out here on a wet day, that will teach you car control. Just like when I make Jim come do green hell with me in Formula cars.
checking on the stream every once in a while.
Oh, we got rain on the. Is there rain on the lens? I wouldn't be surprised. It's raining like crazy out here. Hold on, just a second, guys. See if I can come up with a way to cover it up a little bit. You know what? There's no rain on the lens. We're good. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit slippy out here on the tarmac. Definitely a little slippy.
This is the one thing I've been wanting to do it that I haven't.
Oh yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. Just back here, not in front of me.
No, don't go over there.
Yeah. Yeah, out here you're totally good. This is public.
I was standing over there, and out of habit, I pulled it out and was like, that's not a good idea. Just kind of because there's a camera right there, and I was like, I just scratch my nose and put it back.
Yeah, probably good. I don't think anybody even notice or care.
No.
But it's more like if they didn't say so, then everybody would.
Exactly, and I don't like to. I'm one of those guys that I don't like to, especially when it's health shit like that. I don't push the line.
That's just like the belief system we're talking about. Just let other people do their own thing. That's like when vaping first started, people do it in the club. I go, hey, that's great, man. I'm glad you quit smoking, but you can't do that inside. And they're like, it's not smoke. And I'm like, yeah, but
It's still
you're still
nicotine.
forcing people to inhale particulates that have been in your lungs. And they're like, oh.
And there's still
And
plenty
I'm
of
like,
nicotine.
I was like, just look
in
at
that
it this way.
vapor.
If this was an all-ages drug, you can make your kids inhale nicotine. This is why we don't make anybody else inhale nicotine too. It's not just about protecting the children, but it's actually about respecting each other and not forcing your belief system.
Lab boundaries.
Lifestyle. That's right. So that's why I'm like, hey, you can go stand out on the street. It's nice to hear you guys. You want to say shit. You can just stand out there and post it.
Come back in.
They won't say shit.
It's cool. That's how clubs work.
Shit, they got off work. They're doing the same thing. My shift rate is supposed to C8. Look, a C8 in the rain. That's Portland. I knew it.
In the rain, that's how we roll.
Yep. Good cars. Good cars. See, they put the engine in the middle and the car drives better. See? All right. But yeah, you know, the venue expectation is that the band's going to bring in people.
Yeah.
And the band's expectation is the venue is going to bring in people. And if nobody talks about it, nobody's bringing in people. Yeah. So if you've got a drunk booking agent and bands are in town with their own manager, there will be no All right, just checking on the stream here, guys. Wonder if they would ever let a full-size pickup in? Yes, as long as it's wider than it is tall. So if it's got a lift kit, that's not gonna work. But if it's wider than it is tall, it's fine. It doesn't have to be slammed, but you definitely wouldn't want it lifted. Now, I think we should go down to the other corner for a little bit of variety. If we go down to this other corner, we'll get to see a little bit of the slippy slidey action happening down here in the swamp. Everybody thinks rear-wheel drive's great until the sun goes away and the rain comes out. And they're like, forget it, I can't drive. Just like on freaking online racing. Oh, it's rain. Oh no, it's rain. Poor Oregonians, whatever will we do? Yeah, it's more fun now, absolutely. And the nice thing about water on the tarmac is you find the edge. Everybody's always racing with traction. Fucking traction, fuck traction. You need to drive with the weight of the car, and you can feel that sooner without traction. Drive the weight of the car, and it doesn't matter what traction you got. 5%, 10%, 50%, doesn't matter. Drive the weight. Every one of these drivers is going to get better after today, having driven out here in the rain and challenged themselves. Learn how to drive smoother. Learn how to manipulate the weight better. There's that C8. We're walking straight down to the C8. Might as well take a look at this car while we're walking by, right? Nice car! I love the C8. Oh, it's so good. They finally put the engine where it belongs. You love it, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great, man. Excellent. Now hopefully we don't get a bunch of rain on the lens at this angle. I'm gonna have to modify my angle just a little bit. Go over here. Need to make a little umbrella for my my phone. Don't want it to be a wind catch, so it can't be too big, but just enough to cover the lens. If you guys see Biavo pop up in the chat, just let him know that I moved north along the wall here. So he might come back out there and try to find us again. But they'll last. That kind of trip, they'll last. You can do a whole season. Like if you're just like me and you just want to get out and do some racing, you're not going to have to push them to their absolute limit. You're not going to turn them. You push them as hard as you can.
So like Santa goes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's good. Because I was basketball.
Your street tires, you can destroy it. Street tires are a lot softer because they're made for driving slow, right? Track tires, they're so hard, they're not even gripping until they get hot. You know, that's why the F1 cars go
Okay,
back
well,
and forth.
yeah, okay. Well, I use that tire warmers on my motorcycles, but
Yeah, okay, so you
but
know
I was usually, but then I was buying Dunlops and they were race tires, slicks, but I was usually thinking they were buying the software tires.
yeah, that makes a lot of difference. So if you're driving around here, that's soccer now,
So I was like, I'd go put some tires every week.
yeah.
And the sides would be worn out, and so, well, it was great grip.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. That's like wearing super socks there.
Yeah, I was doing really well.
Do 5 laps, let them cool off, and you're gonna destroy those things. You gotta get them in that tire wear range, because if they get too hot, they just blow away. So that's tire range. Parents racing cars, they use the hardest tires to get through the doors. So you get them up to heat. So that's guys that get out on the track, get out and up, get them warm, keep them warm. If you don't keep them warm, you gotta wear them. That's why you want your street tires. And you just ordered this. So you might check and see if that's it. You can get cool Man, that guy was cool. Just goes to show, just because they got a nice car doesn't mean they're a jerk. Let's go get in the RV. Jim says, the weather's got me sleepy. Let's go get in the RV.
Actually, I might take off. The sleep deprivation's starting to kick in.
Oh, no worries, dude.
I got like a 40-minute drive too.
Do what
so.
you need to do, my friend.
I just want to make sure I'm staying safe. I didn't sleep that much last night, so.
Yeah, we'll take a nap before you drive home if it's real bad.
Nah, I should be fine. I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, I'm gonna be real freaking tired soon.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
See you
And next
online
time I'll
after you
make
got some
sure
rest.
to. Yeah, it was kind of a weird one because they couldn't decide if they needed me for
There's
coverage.
Ryan. That's your new ride. There's Ryan's new ride. More reliable too.
Yeah, this weekend was weird. They couldn't decide if they needed me for coverage or not.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, well, why don't we just have the new supervisor do it because he needs to learn anyway.
Yeah. So you got to cover him. Just make sure.
Yeah, I'm just the question guy.
Yeah, right.
So thankfully I didn't have to go in this weekend, but it should be going forward. I'll have a little bit more, or a little bit less of a time constraint.
I think the next event, if you choose to join us, is the end of March. I think it's 24 and 25.
Sweet.
It's on the website.
Sounds good to me. Well, I'll definitely be back out probably around like 10, 11-ish tomorrow.
Cool.
So,
All right, man.
You'll see me again.
See you tomorrow, bro.
All right, later, man.
It's a little bit wet out here. I wonder how many people are going to give up now because they got race tires. Because they always kind of like race tires and they forget about the fact that it's February in Oregon. Right.
Way to bring the radios.
Working on it. Second for me.
Yeah, slippery day. It's time to get in the focus for a minute and get warm. Get warm.
Fully pursuit. It's like 6 a.m.
Having fun? Having fun? All right. Oregon Rally Group right there. That's Jacob's group. You guys know Imperator Jacob. That's his group right there. Oregon Rally Group, right? And then go to Never Lift, the right pedal on Instagram. The right pedal. That's our friend KJ. He's the co-driver for GTS Rally and many other channels, right? Or many other teams, right? And this one, that's from Cat Lux. You guys know Cat Lux. That one I just threw on there. We all know who VP Racing is. And there you got the Olympus rally right there. There's the Olympus rally. And right here is where your guys' logos are going to be. Right there. Right across the top of the window. And on the other window right there. Right there. And then some lovely person is probably going to end up being right across the top right there too. We might have to do something on point for the World Rally family right there, but we'll discuss. We will discuss. Okay, getting back to the car. I'm gonna duck your head down. All right, duck your head down. Get you back in the car here. Well, that's handy that the camera turned around right there. That was a good time. Oh yeah, you see a few Miatas. Yeah, there's more than a few, man. It's like I think there's like 8 Miatas out here today, and it is definitely rainy, and it's also cold. So I'm gonna start up the car here, get some heat going. Oh yeah, it's wet out there. Yeah, this Focus sounds pretty good. The pacing of the exhaust is pretty burly. So there's the safety bus and the trailer, right? So what I've been thinking about lately, guys, is we need a... Sorry, let me plug in my seatbelt so it doesn't do that. Shut up, seatbelt warning. Should disable that. What I've been thinking about is actually taking on the responsibility of having the bus at my house, because then we'd have a trailer to bring the Focus to every single event, because the club pays for the fuel on the bus, right? Because it's got to have all the equipment at every single event. So if I take on the responsibility of having the bus... Oh, I don't know, Jim. I don't know, actually. I would think that it would pop up with a notification. But you know what? Don't worry about it for now, and I'll check it later. I like the Falcons myself, their eye attack. Hi, Hans. But what I was saying was, if I take on the responsibility of using the safety bus as my transport, then that means I have to go to every single autocross. But that also means that I would be guaranteed transport to every single autocross event, and the hill climbs and the open tracks that we're doing too. So something I'm considering right now. Yep, yeah, it looks so real. Yep. So something I am considering, and I do have room for that bus and that trailer at my house. Can we take the bus to Lemons? No, because it's not a BCA event, but if we could convince BCA to come do the Lemons with us, then yeah, I would think so. Where did I put my water bottle? Maybe around here somewhere. Probably fell down on the seat. Where'd it go? Wait, where did I? It's gotta be in here. The hell? Did I take it out of the car and forget about it? No, I brought my water bottle. Hope I didn't leave it out somewhere. I don't think I even took it out of the car though. Where the hell would I have even taken it if I did take it? Oh, I know. I put it in the fucking glove compartment because I didn't want it rolling around. The glove compartment's so big my water bottle fits in it. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Dunlops now. I attack people is that they're having a little trouble producing enough, and so the cost is going through the roof. A lot of people want the Dunlops because they're familiar with the brand name, but Falcon has been making a really, really good tire for a really long time, so I would just go with the Falcons, especially because the price is usually better. Yeah, Jim, usually I see a PayPal thing pop up here, but don't do it again, just in case there is like a delay. I don't want you to double pay. But I do appreciate, Jim, anything that you donated, I appreciate it. But I don't want you to end up, clicking it twice. Oh, 20 bucks. Oh, thanks, Jim. Lunch is on me, he says. Fucking A. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it, man. Now I feel like I really wasted the money because I could have had 20 bucks for the team instead of a bowl of food. Something to consider when our team gets a little bit bigger too is that eating out on the road can be quite expensive, but if you're willing to prep food, if you have a way to prep your own food like a traveling kitchen or a meal plan that doesn't involve having to have an entire kitchen, like sandwiches or hot dogs or whatever. Yes, Northwest Hill Climb Association. I have trouble saying that word because of my lip here. Association. Northwest Hill Climb Association. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Jim. Thank you, sir. Thanks for lunch. Appreciate it. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I know that there are other groups like that. Pikes Peak is so famous that the list to join that event is like years long. So, but there are lots of places to do hill climbs. Like in Washington, I'm trying to think of the name of it at the moment, but there's a nice big hill climb that ends at the top of Mount Washington. It might even just be called the Mount Washington Hill Climb, but that's out in our area. So I'm not sure where you're located there, I attack, but if you start looking, don't Google Pikes Peak and then try to find the stuff, right? Just go to like SCCA, right? And then find some of the hill climbs through there. I forget what they have them listed as. But you should be able to find something like that. Yeah, Pikes Peak would definitely when you want to, yeah, that's not a first hill climb, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there should be a few things to choose from. If I was at my desk, I would do a quick search for you. But I know if there's a Northwest Hill Climb Association, there's probably other regions too. Like just the regional stuff, that's the kind of thing that you want to do. So there's local, regional, national, and then international in just about every form of racing, right? And you might just have to get to some general hill climbers forums and just go through their typical question and answer stuff. They'll probably tell you. That's our president, Ryan Davis, right there driving the red Miata. He's doing a course check. Make sure all the cones are where they're supposed to be before we go through another one. North Dakota Miata HDPE group, and they're super helpful about everything. Nice. I don't know if you guys could hear me talking to that C8 owner over there named Derek. He was super cool. He was looking at this going, I wonder if I can even drive that. You know, he's like, maybe this car is too big for that. And I was like, nah, it's fine. You just, you know, you won't be able to get past third gear. But I think I got him interested enough that he's going to come out and do an open track day here at PIR. He just got that C8. He said he was on a waiting list for 2 years. Yeah, Viper, man. I love the Vipers. We should do some Vipers later on Forza. Get some heat going here. It's going to be noisy for a minute. Or here, we'll add this. Well, yeah, the guy says he's owned a Viper, he owned a C7, he's got some other stuff too, but what he was saying is that he was racing against somebody in a C8, and he was really impressed, so he decided to buy one for himself. Real nice guy too. I like it how people in racing are all just kind of like, they all started out in some lower class cars and worked their way up, you know. Very few of these people are just trust fund babies, and you might even think that when you see somebody driving a fancy car or something like that, but you know, people into auto sports and motorsports and stuff, they usually have to put in the time. You don't get to just come buy a race car and then be a race car driver, because you won't be any good. You'll probably just crash your car. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to cost yourself money. And so those people, they come and they go. You know, they do one race and then they stop and they never do it again. But the people that are in it all the time, it's usually the family business. Like our buddy Grant Gonzalez, he's like third generation. His grandpa was into racing. His dad was into racing. He's the guy that's got the Fiero with the Lamborghini Countach body kit that I showed you guys. And he's probably going to have that out here this next month. Oh, and I found out from Grant earlier, the engine in the Fiero is from a Grand National. And he's thinking about putting a supercharger on it. So, a Grand National supercharger engine in a Fiero chassis with a Lamborghini Countach fiberglass body. Talk about a kit car. ZL1 Camaro. Yeah, that's those are tough. Those are fun though. They're nice cars. Drift spec Nissan Fairlady Z. Nice. Yeah. That's right. You have told me that before I attacked people. But yeah, that's it. See, like my dad was into cars, my grandpa was into cars, and they never really did anything much more than a couple of races here and there. But they always just maintained their own vehicles, and you know, saving money was always the first thing. But you know, once you find that you can buy the stock part or you can buy the upgraded part, you know, you start upgrades. So just like this Focus here, this one's going to go to the team, you know, as an auction car. But that second Focus, we're going to have all sorts of fun experiments with it. We'll do all sorts of stuff. Riding a motorcycle in a kimono and sandals, nice. She was a walking W in 1980s Japan. Let's say walking W. It's slang, like saying something is their... Oh, winning is your purest essence. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay. She was a walking W in 1980s Japan. Nice. Cool. Yeah, and see, that's another thing too, is you'll find in you know, lowbrow kind of attitude, people are like, yeah, cars are for men, you know. But that's not true either. I grew up with a mom that knew how to drive. Saved my fucking life, in fact. I think I've told you guys a story about how we spun out on the ice in the Ford Anglia, and my mom handled it. We didn't die. And, you know, so I grew up thinking anybody can drive. You just got to be trained, you know, because my grandpa taught her how to drive because he was an enthusiast. And, so, you know, when I meet people who don't know how to drive and they're scared by it, like that kind of thing, I want to help them. I want to teach them how to say it, how to do it, you know? Like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, well, you'll never know because you don't know and you won't try. No, it's like, I'm happy to teach anybody. I'll teach anybody how to drive. And, you know, I'm not super awesome or whatever, but I can teach you a few things. And I think that's kind of the thing, is like, you give people the confidence to just level up a little bit, right? And then they might learn from other people, and they might learn from other clubs and this kind of thing, but you get them started. We got some new students out here today. First time they ever really driven anything sporty at all. That lady that was driving the S4, she was just going real slow, and Robin was like, come on, you can hit this thing. This is an Audi S4 all-wheel drive V8. And she's like, you probably couldn't even make it slide if you wanted to. Go for it. And the lady's like, oh, well, thanks, you know, but I'm just going to take it easy. And then Robin's like, okay, that's fine. I just wanted you to know that in case you were scared, you know, that you could push harder and you'll be okay. So it's like that kind of thing, just like a general encouragement. It's really good. Christian Horner's comments about F1 recently but annoyed you so much. Oh, what did he say? Let's see, my mom was one of the only women bikers in the 80s in Japan. She always talked about how much people would try to run her off the road. So much disrespect for people simply loving what they drive. Yeah, that sucks. And then, like, you know, the record holder on Nordschleife for years was Sabine Schmidt, right? She held that record doing it in a freaking van. Yeah, Sabine Schmitz, yeah. She did that shit in a Ford Transit van, you know, and nobody could touch her time. I mean, talk about, you know, skills has nothing to do with gender, nothing. You know, it might be like the culture expects women to be like this and men to be like that, but that's just a preconception, you know. It has nothing to do with it, you know. People got brains, that's it, man. That's all it takes to be a driver. You just got to have a brain, you know. And hey, I don't know. Just because it's a guy driving doesn't mean I'm comfortable. Yeah, Michelle Mouton. Yeah, with the Pikes Peak Fast Time before Pikes Peak was updated. Yeah. She had never run the hill climb before and beat first try. Holy shit. Hans doesn't have a brain now. Oh, what happened, Brett? What happened, Hans? Too much partying? Don't ask me why. Okay, we won't ask. We'll just leave it be. We'll just leave it right there. Wow, this battery is full. I've had this thing connected to the battery all day, but the phone is actually at 100%. The battery box that I'm using here is great. It's only halfway down. The phone is completely full of juice. It's good. It's working well. It's the weekend. The brain is on vacation until Monday, yes. And even then, you know, Monday, I don't know, maybe Tuesday. That's how it works for most people, right? Monday, you just kind of phone it in, make sure the boss doesn't fire you. Walter Roll, that hated his comments about Mouton. Oh, yeah, it was the best karma seeing Mouton beat Roll in the rally stages, yeah. You know, that's kind of the thing, is that you might be like, as a streamer, I've heard people say, oh yeah, if I was an attractive person like this person or that person, then I would have a lot more followers or something like that. But conversely, think about this. Some of those people, they get a bunch of followers, and as soon as you find out she's got a boyfriend, people stop following her. That's some fucking bullshit right there, right? So you like who you like, you follow who you follow, you know, and that should be what it is. But, you know, you might think, oh, this is so much easier for somebody who's beautiful or something. But then you might think, oh, well, they're not even following this person for their content. They're following for their attractiveness. And when I thought about that, because somebody was like bad-mouthing one of my streamer friends, and I was talking to her about it off stream, and she's like, yeah, and then people find out I got a boyfriend and they stop following. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Imagine that you think you got all these followers, you think you got all this content, and as soon as these guys find out they can't get in your pants, then they unfollow you. That sucks. That's certainly not fair. Yeah, I Attack People put it just right. People try to look for the simplest ways to define people, but people are not simple. That's right. Oh, here, let me show you. For those of you who didn't see this earlier, let me show you a real nice car. Yep. Real nice. I don't know. I could holler at them here. Holler at them real quick here. I could ask them. I am not an expert when it comes to those. But let's see. What's the race team? What's the team? I'm like, if I wanted to look up this car, how would I find them online? You know what I mean? Like, that's a Miata. But this is something that we have to think about when we start painting up our car. You know, logos and stuff is all cool, right? But which one of those logos is actually the team, right? Is this an RAP autoperformance.com? Is that them? It says your automotive skills provider. Yeah, oh, you know what? I know this guy because he's the one doing the event. I'll ask him in a little bit, but maybe you guys can tell from the headlights there which one it is. Right on. Yeah, his name's Rio. We could talk to Rio in a little bit. We all get done. I'll talk to some of these folks if they hang out for a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice car. It's a nice setup. Honestly, I think it looks real clean with that gray body and a little bit of orange striping. I think it looks real nice. I would drive it. Okay, it looks like they're running the new... Looks like they're getting ready to run the new group. Some people are hitting the track already here, so time for us to get back out there and put you guys out in the rain again. Window. My feet are warm now. That's nice. Yeah, it is a Fairlady ZX. Yeah, hold on just a second. That car is a little bit beat up, but it's pretty fast. He's one of the guys that's part of our team. You know, like a regular contributor to the team. Like he does stuff with the team. Give me a second to get out of the car. We'll go take a look at it. Once again, little plug for my buddy Imperator Jacob. Ditch Please Racing Consortium, ! DPRK in the chat, and you get a link to Jacob's Instagram. But he runs this Oregon rally group, and we're looking for some rallycross locations. So if you're watching this stream or you're watching this VOD, please contact Jacob and let him know if you've got some farm land that you want to rent. We'll actually pay money, real money. We're not looking for handouts, okay? So we need some places to do rallycross. So check that out. Okay, so let's go talk to Rio real quick. And you guys wanted to know if it was an ND1 or an ND2. Hey, Rio. My guys want to know if this is an ND1 or an ND2. 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 Yep. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And there's that 300ZX you're asking about. The owner's right there. The guys spotted your car. Looks like they're getting out there now. Okay. Let's put you guys out on the course again. All right, see you later, Eye Attack people. Take care, man. Good to see you. Don't forget, you can come back and watch the rest of this video. You can just pick it up where you left off later on. As soon as you leave, it'll leave a bookmark for you, so you can watch the rest of your video later. Let's get out in position. It's a Mustang. Yada. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Pretty good.
You have fun?
Yeah.
Excellent. Wet day.
Yeah,
I'm doing
it's
good,
wet.
man. I'm just helping out today, but I'll probably get a chance to slide around at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a slip and slide.
Definitely. Yeah, once that car goes, we're gonna cross after him. Hop in with one of the drivers. We can do that at the end, but we can't do that right now. Right now, this is drivers and students. And we don't need any extra distractions for new students, but at the end, when the instructors have a little bit of fun, we're gonna swap cars and stuff, and yeah, I will hop around from car to car, and I'll take the phone mount with me and we can stick it up on the windshield, just like we've done before. No problemo. Yeah, these are new folks. They don't need that extra distraction. And nobody even told me to do that. That's just my decision. That's an electric Kia right there, guys. That car actually looks like it's doing pretty good out here in the wet. Yeah, that actually looks pretty damn secure out here. Considering the battery weight and stuff, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, it snuck up on us. Yeah, it sure did. It's like you want a stealth vehicle, man, you get a... Yeah, right. You want a stealth vehicle, you know? You'd think like maybe the military should be using electric cars, huh? Sneak up on people a little bit more. Okay, let's get a good angle here. You guys don't need the guardrail. Just gonna go back to my position on the corner here. Nice wide angle. They go pretty deep into that corner, actually. So go here. Adjust this a little bit. We need a little adjustable gimbal thing here for a camera mount. Some sort of phone mount thing or something. And actually, now that I'm all the way out here, coffee's gone right through me, so I'm gonna leave you guys here for a minute. I'll be back. Hopefully my phone doesn't walk away. If it does, tell whoever picks it up that they're in big trouble and then they just got videotaped. Be right back. All you hear is the torque steer. Squeak! Squeak! That's when you know they're pushing it. Hey guys, I'm back. Electric stealth tank. All right. Well, this took an interesting turn. Funny shit. No one stole my phone. Damn it! I was gonna file a insurance thing and get a new one because we need a new one. I'm getting signed up with Google Fi, and Google Fi says if we buy a phone through them, I can get a really decent upgrade. It's like an S20 or something for $200. So I might go for that. And then this could be a secondary phone, because you might have heard me discussing earlier, but what we want to do is actually send a stream from multiple phones back to the main computer on the bus, and then send that to the internet. That's like my next stage. We'll have, at least our 2 Ford Focuses with onboard cameras and a couple of trackside cameras, and it'll just be a bunch of phones like this, and they all sit out in different locations, and they all stream to a local network, and then we combine that into a broadcast switch. Technical stuff that I need not go into right now, but I got it covered. We just need more phones. Send me your old phones, guys. Seriously though, if you want to, send me your old phones. It will help. Every smartphone that we get, it's got a decent camera, say like a Pixel or a Pixel 2, Pixel 3, Pixel 4, all that's fine. Google Pixels actually have some of the best phones for cheap, or cameras on the phones for cheap. And the nice thing is it's not just a camera because it sends over network data too. So we set them up to an RTMP. That's network talk for local IP, right? And we can combine all the RTMPs into an OBS mix, and we can just switch scenes, and we can even have you guys switch scenes. That's my plan. I'd like to have it so the mods can be scene switchers. Because then the mod will have the schedule, and the mods will know, okay, car 1, car 2, camera 1, camera 2, and then track camera, and then pit camera, and stuff like that. So then the drivers can just focus on driving, and the mods can be broadcasters. Whoa, slide out. Is he gonna move? Are they moving? Yep, they're moving. Don't copy Niz chick. What are you talking about? Actually, Niz and I have developed our mobile streams together. In fact, he asked me some stuff. So I don't think anybody's copying anybody in this community. We all work together, right? A couple of GoPros would be easier than what? I mean, GoPros are what? How much? How much each? Old phones are how much? I mean, just do a little quick math. I'd have to say I disagree. Oh yeah, Hans, yeah. Yep. Yep. Niz has already shared that with me. Yeah, free phone is less than GoPro. Thanks, Jim, for that quick math. So the phones or the GoPros don't need to be 5G capable. They don't even need to have a SIM card to run RTMP back to a broadcast head. That's what we call it in the industry. So if the broadcast head is on that safety bus over there, right there, see the bus? Then it just has to go across the parking lot. So, GoPro would be sweet. Right on. Excellent, GoPro. Send me $10,000. Let's do it. We'll have 10 GoPros. So, but, when we're talking about trying to start it up, budget and local and, non-profit and this kind of thing, we're going to do things a little bit more clever. I mean, unless you guys want to buy us a bunch of GoPros, and I'm all for it. But, just try to consider all options because we're not made of money. Yeah, right. If anybody has a GoPro they want to give us, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Biavo, you're right. That's the thing. It's like, you got a phone that you're going to give to your little cousin and they're going to watch the internet on it. It's like that. Some phone that you maybe get $25 trade-in credit. That's all we need. Yeah, you don't need to donate anything, guys. That's kind of the thing. Is like we're really not trying to run a for-profit company here. Hey, look at that save. Did you guys see that save? We're not trying to run a for-profit company here. So your old phones that's enough. That's all we need. And honestly, I'll find them locally. It's fine. I know a guy who runs a phone repair shop. He'll probably give me all of his old phones for a whole fucking basket of them for $100, right? So, yeah, we'll figure it all out one step at a time. No worries. Yeah, I figured, Biavo. Thanks, man. But yeah, we'll figure it out one step at a time. I'm just coming up with clever ways of doing it cheap because sure, we can throw money at all sorts of stuff, right? But don't we want to buy more car parts instead of GoPros? I've been running this entire stream off of an S8. We're watching this on an S8. Samsung 8, right? And I've got it hooked up to an Energizer power brick. And we're not even close. Car's broken with the camera, that's great. We're Hans, maybe for you it doesn't make sense because you'd have to ship it over the ocean. Don't worry about that. Yeah, exactly. See, like I said, I can probably get a bunch of used phones off of the guy that I know that repairs phones over here. There's a shop called I Break You Fix, or You Break I Fix, or one of those things. Terrible business idea. Hey, if you're into fixing phones, that might be just your thing. Here, break this for me. I need something to do. So for example, the S, I'll give you $50 to smash my phone. If you got the insurance, no, I'm just kidding. We're not committing insurance fraud, but this phone is actually Will's old phone. Will got a new phone, and instead of trading it into his provider for $50 credit, he gave it to us and upgraded our stream. So just that kind of thing, Like, just if it makes sense, don't bend over backwards trying to donate hundreds of dollars or anything like that, Like, we got some friends that live here locally, and we'll just reach out and we'll go, hey man, consider giving your old phone to the WRF, because we're gonna set up a mobile camera system, and the cameras can bounce from car to car. And then also consider this: if a $20 phone falls out the window on a rally stage, fuck it, it's gone. Who cares? Let it die, right? But if a $600 or $700 GoPro falls out the window on a rally stage, we're gonna be like looking around with flashlights at night, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, what's the return on investment, and then what's the cost and the risk, right? Yeah, we can't pay much, man, but we can get top ramen by the crate at Costco, no problem. I got a friend that works at Costco. We can pull down some Costco deals. I'm not joking either. I actually do have a friend who's high up in Costco, and when we need to buy food for the team, we can buy the crate, no problem. We just got to give them the cash and let them go do it on their own time. You know, we can't like walk into Costco and ask for a discount. But if I let them go and do it for me, you know, they can hook us up. There's a lot of stuff we can get for our team through Costco, actually, if we do it that way. You know, I'm having fun out here, but I'm actually wanting to drive the car in the rain now. I'm kind of wishing it was our turn to drive. So another 45 minutes, I think. Let me check the schedule here. Wait a minute. We're behind schedule. These guys are supposed to be done already. What's going on here? Who's running this schedule? We got overtime because of all the wet runs take longer than dry runs. Costco, you say? Say one of our cars needs a new home entertainment center. Now that might be pushing it. So my friends, they are part of this team. And, you know, so that Costco doesn't get pissed at them by watching the stream and go back and fire them. I'm not going to say who they are. But we got a couple friends who are part of this team. They watch the channel, and they are willing to go and buy food, you know, camping equipment, you know, stuff that's reasonable. You know, obviously we're not going to get any home entertainment centers. We're not going to buy big screen TVs. But, you know, if we decided we want to buy 10 GoPros or something like that, we could probably have them go buy it for us. But that's where it's kind of pushing it. I don't want to get them in trouble, right? And I know you guys aren't being serious, but in all seriousness, these are options that I have considered. But it's not that bad, because we can go to our friends on the other rally teams and go, hey, did you upgrade your GoPro? Just 3 TVs for the safety bus, yeah. But we can go to our friends and say, hey, did you upgrade your GoPros this year? Can we buy your old ones? And they'd probably be like, oh, hell yeah. You know, instead of trying to sell it on eBay, I'll just sell it to you guys, right? So that's where I think that's a pretty good plan. We can take everybody's hand-me-downs. I'm good with that. You know, so far, this is kind of how the team is ran. We got a $900 Ford Focus sitting over there, right? Can we see it? Is it in frame? It's right there. That's our Ford Focus. No, over there. It's over there. Can I get my finger on it? And there it is. There's our Ford Focus right there, right? $900 for that baby. We bought another one for $250. You got me as the team mechanic and the head promotions guy, media guy, right? So we're already coming out ahead because I can do video, audio, graphic design. I'm part of the website design, and now I'm in with one of the top autocross teams here. I'm working with a couple of rally teams as a volunteer, so I'm extending my network that way too. So we're already coming out ahead. We're saving tons of money because we don't have to pay for video editor, audio editor, mechanic. You know, we got lots of stuff. So if we need to buy a little bit of equipment here and there, I'll find us a good deal. I got friends. I got networks. What we don't ask for is shit for free. Always fair trade, right? Like, I will go trade my labor If somebody wants to donate some cameras to us, I'd be like, okay, let me work on your car for a couple weeks, right? That way we don't feel like we're getting shit for free. We're actually just trading. Like when Jim decides that he wants to put together a rallycross car, I'll just fly down and help him put it together for free. You're gonna check how much ramen you got. Right on. Well, Jim, it might actually get a little bit easier than that. If our network extends into Colorado, if we end up having some people on the team like me who are mechanics, we'll just send them over to your place. They'll come over, they'll make the mods, they'll do the work, they'll have a stream, you know, and that's good for them. Like say they're a mechanic and they run a shop. Well, that gets them a bunch of free airtime in front of the World Rally family. And then when you throw down in a community like this, shit, you get business out of that. People see that and they go, oh, that's cool. Okay, I want to hire this person who's part of this cool community, right? Yeah, Jim, so let's talk to Jacob because he's got friends in Colorado, right? So maybe we can extend the network actually pretty soon. Find some friends out there that want to make some cool content. They can come over and do a stream and work on some stuff with you. Win-win. That's what we're always about. Like nice, even trade. Labor for goods, goods for labor. That's why I tell people I don't have a lot of money, but I got a lot of time. I'm always willing to work for my ducats. It's like Wolvie has actually hired me to do his video editing. Hey, Jason or demons? Roll the bones, Jay. Yeah, we want to extend the network in all directions, man. We want it to be like the grassroots rally sports entry level. Like, hey, how do you get into rally racing? You call the World Rally family and you find a local group, so it'll be the local chapter of the WRF, right? Oh, hey, look, we know this guy. We were just talking about you. How you doing, guys? That's Jacob. What's up, dude? Yeah, go all the way down to the end and come up from, you know how to cut through to the bleachers, right? Just go cut through to the bleachers. And then if you come up over there in front of the tower, just pull up into that main lot behind the Focus. Just park right there. Cool. Yeah, see you in a minute. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Jacob just showed up. Exclamation point DPRK in the chat. Get a link to Jacob's Instagram. There you go. Give Jacob a follow on the Insta. Halvey, thanks for the raid, dude. How's it going, man? We're out here suffering in the rain. Doing a little bit of slipping and sliding in the autocross. We're actually just about near the time where I'm gonna get to drive the Focus out there too. And Imperator Jacob just showed up, like just before you raided. So Jacob's out here today too. Somebody give that guy a shout out. Jay's already on it, thank you, sure. Will he be there tomorrow at all? I guess we'll have to ask him. I think he was talking about it. Will's gonna be out here tomorrow too, so you'll meet Will. Assetto Corsa, Halvey, what were you doing? You guys doing some NERB or what were you doing, man? Oh, BRT with the host as well. Thanks, man. Thanks, besties. Yeah, Imperator Jacob just showed up here. You guys are raiding and hosting and everything. Hey, hell yeah. Thanks for coming by, everybody. I'm just hanging out here in the corner of the south paddock of the PIR, trying to stay dry. I got my hood on. I got my double jackets on. I'm wet, but I'm warm. I'm doing okay. And yeah, we're doing good. We're out here with Bridge City Auto Sports. This is the driver training course. As you can see, these folks just started walking across. Oh, Shatuko, sweet. Yeah, thanks. See you later, Halvey. Yeah, I know how it works, brother man. You go get some rest and some food, and we'll talk soon. Okay, it looks like course 2 is finished because the safeties are walking back in now. Yeah, it's always good to have you need your air layer where you trap your heat, and then you need your shell layer to keep out all the water. Now we're gonna have some fun runs, guys. We'll go get in the Ford Focus. You guys showed up just in time for the good stuff. No, actually, it's been all good stuff. So if you catch a chance to go back to the past broadcasts on this channel, we started out walking through and looking up under everybody's hood and all that, so you guys can get the lowdown on some of these cars. And then the second broadcast, we did the first section of the driver training course this morning, and you guys can get kind of like a first-hand glimpse at what it's like to do this. At the beginning of every autocross year, we do the driver training course. So we bring out a bunch of new people, we show them how to read the cones, how to drive the course, some safety stuff. We check their tires, check their suspension and stuff. And hey, you guys know that guy right there. You see it? There's Imperator Jacob right there, Jacob Sturgeon. Exclamation point DPRK in the chat once again, please. And he's driving Jack today. He brought out the Jack.
It's the only car I have that's together right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta drive something. We got a little network snafu going on here. I see we've got a little bit of an issue. Are you guys seeing video? Because I've got frozen video over here. Let me just restart this real quick.